happened. Because we always wait till...
See, we would get rid of the internet if someday we could get it back.
Each other.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Good job, boys.
Tell him that you have the internet too, because we could get rid of that for a while until we can afford it again, because we don't really have to have it. It just sometimes during school, because we only have one main computer and then like one main laptop, and so we don't really have enough to go around for everybody. And
I usually just pay all my bills.
Start of the third. Price Prep leading 8-0.
But sometimes we'll use the iPhone if we need to look. We will if we need to look up something real quick. If someone else is using the laptop, and it's a cheap one, so it's kind of slow. And actually, we had Office Max Awards, and it was like a $300 laptop that we got for like $100. But it is, it works good enough for me.
Yeah, we got one. And I thought I was going to go in for those drug experiments. If you stayed for a month, you got like $6,000.
If I didn't have so many problems, I'm telling you now.
So I signed up and I was all set to go. And my dad bought me that. And it had all the kids' lesson plans and told them at work.
If I so did not have health problems like I would be doing it.
And then they said I went. They paid me $75. If you know anybody that needs just to go get a physical or something, just sign up for them, because they will actually give you a full blood work physical and everything, and pay you $75 for it.
This is for real.
This is for real. They paid me $70. It was at those drug things over in Overland Park.
Yeah, like the
Yeah, if you go to sign up for them, and then but to see if you're actually eligible, they do all the blood work to make sure you're not taking
other medicines.
Yeah, well, depends. They wanted me to be on medicines I was already on.
Like if you needed it or something.
Yeah, so you could be on certain many, and it tells you what you can and cannot be on.
Right.
And then what they do is I called them on the phone and told them what I was all on, and they're like, okay, yeah, well, you're still eligible. So you just come in and they make an appointment, and you go in there and they give you blood work. Then they pay you. I was like, you give me money.
Yeah, some blood give blood and all that.
Yeah. And then they'll tell you what you're if you're fine or everything was fine with you, you're right set for this.
Awesome. I would like to find a free.
And then I got turned down, I guess 2 days. I was ready to go. No, the day I was going to go in, they called me, and the drug company decided they didn't want me because I still had my ovaries.
Oh, goodness.
I said, well, darn them ovaries.
Yeah, and I just read, or somebody was talking the other day about having your ovaries are so important because they produce so much
hormones and stuff.
Of what we really need. And I know there's certain situations where certain people do have to.
I said, well, I have my teeth tied, and I have PCOS, so it's really rare for me to get tied.
Right.
But they just want to be extra special.
5:25 to play.
7 years ago.
Price Prep at the 2.
God knows what he's doing. I can't even take care of my dogs.
Touchdown.
Let alone a baby. I got a 12-week-old dog I'm trying to sell. It's a tiny, cute little thing.
But they also have, that was a month-long thing, and I had to stay in there for 3 weeks without having to go out. Now, they have them for just like the weekend, and you get like 200. Or just for an overnight stay. It's like anywhere from like $100 to like $300, depends on how many days.
I've seen those. Sometimes I've seen them say like $2,000.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, it depends on what kind of. And I called my brother to ask how dangerous.
Yeah, so that's what I wonder with my.
He said by the time the one I was in was probably one of the more dangerous ones, but it's already been tested. They tested on healthy people first.
Right.
And then they tested on the people that it's actually meant for, which was, I was at that testing point because it was meant for people that have my problems. And they tell you have to make a sign that they are all near hospitals. So if you're,
I think there's one actually.
And if you do die, they take care of that.
It was 8. It was a light out, but it
So I told Nelson, I said, well, you know, I'm just financially making.
Well, that's good to know. We have 6. Okay. Big trouble if that happens. I'm like, wait a minute, I got a big line.
Did they finally give it to us?
The goal line.
No, he said there was a light out.
It was 8. It was 8 the whole first half.
It was 8. Look, we thought we made the first one.
How we got from 6 to 14?
I tried to do that math.
Very reasonable. Sad that I can hardly even afford his.
Well, then I have to take my shoes off.
I can't imagine some of these people.
You're right. I didn't have enough toes.
But after I had all that, I thought, well, you know, if you are struggling, you know, if you can't afford to go get blood work or something,
Right.
that would be a good thing to go sign up for it. And then, because you can always change your mind.
I
at
have
the end.
diagnostics till the end of my life. I mean,
Go, Jacob!
Well,
they've tested me
Weston,
for
that's
everything under the sun.
and
Go, Jacob!
I can't remember the one I went.
Now he's
to.
gonna come off.
But anyways, and they have a really nice facility. They've got like video games.
Oh, wow. Like a lab.
It was in Overland Park, and I couldn't remember the name. It wasn't one of those labs that tests you, but it was a pharmaceutical, and basically it's doctors that they also have their own medical practice.
Well, you know, and
But then they started this, and some of them work full time here, and some of them do both.
right.
But they're research doctors.
Now, how does your brother like being what does he think about
He wishes he had picked something more interesting. The reason he was ear, nose, and throat. And I believe the reason he picked it was because his wife was concerned about him seeing people without the clothes on. and so she was like really concerned about that. And so
I'm assuming they just kind of become immune.
and I said, well, you know, it's not, you know, it gets old hat after a while.
I'm sure they're not even paying attention after a while. It all just kind of the job.
But she definitely said no to the OBGYN.
Or plastic surgery or
But so he decided, well, since she didn't like that, he would just do that ear, nose, and throat thing. I think he would have really liked to be a general surgeon because you get to see a little bit of everything. He just says that ear, nose, and throat is just kind of boring. And he got all A's in medical school. His only B was surgery, and that was because the doctor said he was too short. And he's like my height. I mean, he would have had to have he's like an inch or two taller than me. He would have had to have a stool to stand on to do surgery. And I have noticed that the ear, nose, throat that I go to is short like my brother.
when Tanner had a lot of ear, he had to have ear tubes and all that. It didn't.
I don't have any
Hit
teeth
him!
in
And
it.
they don't got nothing.
Land on it!
Yeah, it seemed kind of like that.
Hey, get up there and cheer for Jacob. He's out
But
there.
he really and
Jersey, go, dude.
like when he gets together with my dad, he brings
Oh,
on
how
his
are you
ear, nose,
gonna
throat
walk the
pictures.
sidelines if you cheer when he's out there playing? You're his
I
groupie,
told
dude.
my kids, guys, we need at least one.
Yeah.
Please.
I cannot help it.
I mean, I might be gone by then, but at least we don't have for each other.
My mom worked with a doctor that he did not want to be a doctor. His dad wanted him to be, so that's why he was one. And he hated it. But and he loved making furniture. And he would always make all these furniture and just on the weekends and everything.
Uh-oh.
But he finally, my mom's like, well, if you don't like it, go do something where you're just doing 9 to 5 or something. So he works at a urgency center. He doesn't have to work weekends. He has it, and he just does, his 9 to 5 shift, and then goes home and makes furniture.
Yeah.
Hey, let's get him.
Get
past him.
Shifts, but Christmas, as I said, they're so young. By the time you're my age,
You get
you can be the director of the nursing department.
And my mom, she liked nursing because when we were little, she worked at the pediatrician's office where we were, and she only worked the days that she wanted to, and then gave that other nurse. So she'd work 3 days a week, and that's all.
Yeah, that's what I told her. And then she's like, well, I have kids, I don't want to work. And I go, well, you know what? I mean, it would stink, but if you needed the money,
Yeah.
Weekend nurses make
That's
more money.
my mom worked on Saturdays because my dad was off, and that's all, she only worked on Saturdays in New York, and she worked in the pediatric hospital. Then when we started school, because she didn't homeschool,
Right.
but when we started school, she would
Good hit.
Wednesdays, like
Luke
from
Thomas.
9 to I don't know, 9 to was it 2? Anyway, she was home by the time we got home.
Right.
On Fridays was her late night. She worked till 5 or 6.
Yeah, that's what I told her. It's like
Christ up with the stand.
PR
boys.
nurses, you know,
Let
they
go.
kind of on call when they
He's
need
the
them,
littlest.
and some of them only work 3-4 days a month.
You can always be the school nurse.
Right.
We didn't have school nurses in Florida.
Jonah, stop.
For that way. I think
There's just so many
there
opportunities.
really is. There just really is. And my boys, you know, I'd love them to be like anesthesiologists or something. I'm like, at least be like the nurse.
Guys, why'd you?
You make like a 6-figure income.
Oh,
that I believe. I mean, the world's not all about money, but
It sure does make paying bills
it
easier.
really does. It makes life so much less stressful. What I've had to go through in life.
Because we've been very
well, they
creative.
weren't kicking back. They were kicking.
Yeah, and we're starting to learn. We're trying.
But I make my own laundry. I know how to make my own dishwasher detergent too, but I haven't done it yet.
Oh no.
I don't. This has been a long time ago. I don't know. And I followed a recipe that was online. My wife, housewife.
Yeah.
I ended up with balls all over my I must have used too much.
Yeah, because it shouldn't bubble at all.
Yeah, and I really want a clothesline because our dryer goes out all the time. He
225.
doesn't know where he would put it. You guys want to stop and grab? He's like, do you really want our clothes having allergies?
I hang mine down around in the basement.
Well, we need, you know, if we bought, we need to
Oh,
buy
good. Yes.
because our dryer went
Good
out.
job.
I mean, it works again, praise the Lord, but it didn't work. I'm sure if I had to pay
I mean, you don't have to. I just didn't know if you were
for
gonna.
them to take 4 bags of laundry to rewash them inside. The dryer down there got scorched everything, made it all smell bad. So by the time I had
Yeah, I try not to. I do dry in the wintertime because I figure it doesn't matter if you fix up my house. But in the spring and summertime, I don't dry at all. I hang everything out.
we've got to come up with some better.
Do you like Aunt Wiener chicken nuggets better than
Lily's
anything?
and I'm getting more interested in a garden.
I know it. I have the best chicken
And some of our neighbors have, but they do.
Our garden cost us money this year if we didn't get anything.
Right.
We got some corn, that's all.
See, ours have told us.
And she picked it out.
Well,
I just
we're in the wrong neighborhood.
Yeah.
They were real Milwaukee. They're always telling us about all the stuff we've done, but it's kind of like, you don't want to get too personal with them and tell them your situation, but like, and they got all this fancy stuff, but they're like, but the bunnies now will get, you know, half. There's nothing that a good so as long as you're willing to give up half your food. Really not.
And he could go all
Why do we have
the.
flags? Do we have holes in
There
it?
was something. No, there was something back here.
Take these off.
Blocking in the back.
Yeah.
They hit them from the back. They blocked there.
I wonder if regular doctors, you know those glasses if you've got like sensory issues, no matter how bright.
They'll stay dark, yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if a regular doctor would prescribe that or teach that.
I think, I don't know.
I'm going to, because I go
That's
to
a
mine
meal.
here in a few weeks, and I've got to
That's
do
an
something.
M&M meal.
I feel so stupid wearing sunglasses all the time, but I'm not. I have to.
Well, see, like at nighttime driving, those bright lights, that's
God,
killer.
now that's what started it for me. And then with wine, you can have very bad sensory issues where even like I can't really go into restaurants. I pretty much have to stay home all week if I know I'm going to go into a restaurant over the weekend. It's just really, it's a really weird. They're pulling out all the stops. You have to really be careful.
Now, see, that's the first thing that bothered my dad was his eyes when he got Lyme disease, but he got it right away.
It does.
And I think the reason he got it right away was because it was
Good
in
try.
his, I guess the tick bit him in his neck.
See, it
So it
bit
went
me in my
straight.
ear, so it's in my. Well, I was bit obviously in my teen years.
Micah's pass intended for Jeremy incomplete.
Summer.
123 in the third. Price Prep leading 14-0.
Him about it because Tanner had an infectious disease. He's like, did he have a rash? But he's 16. It's not like I'm checking his body out.
He has rashes.
I don't know if he did. If he did, he didn't tell me. He didn't think nothing about a rash.
And I took everything off, so.
Yeah, you just think, oh, let's get my.
No, I'm not sure which oil they were
Like my 16-year-old had a rash. Oh, no.
And I think he might have had like flashes and stuff in his eye, anyways, and they couldn't see.
Well, when I first got to the Basia, first thing in the morning for about 3 hours, everything was very blurry. I couldn't see, and I just had to sit on the couch, and I couldn't do anything because I couldn't see very well. Come on! And when I put my antibiotics, that helped that.
chewing a gum. That's okay. Lean it up against the big old
The neurological problems, I would say, are the worst.
Yeah.
And like right now,
And those are the ones that take the longest to heal.
oh gosh, I can't even
Trenton!
begin to tell you some of them.
Come over here and sit.
Yeah, somebody was telling
It's
me.
psychotic.
Now.
It's just a
I-
psychotic thing.
I
It really
read
is.
something the other day. One of their kids had a brain injury, and
Yeah, well, that's what caused my stroke.
he ended up taking a whole bunch of fish oil. Anyways, that helped him.
Yeah, well, I get to do it for 1 month. That's all we could afford.
And just carry you around
It's
in the
$250 a month because I have a bunch of neurotoxins. I really need to do it for at least 6, but I told them I don't have the money for 6 months. So, but I'm getting, it's called Temple Oil. And I'm
Okay, don't go.
Yep.
I know.